Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showcasing these new pens that just got in the shop. I just got them in yesterday. I'm super excited to work with them. I haven't played with them at all yet, so I'm going to be doing it in this video, so hopefully it all works out. But they'll come like this in a little plastic baggie, and then they are pre-glittered. Now this is wrapped with like a pleather type thing, so it's not epoxy. I'm not sure exactly what the manufacturer uses to coat this, but it's smooth. Some of them you might have a tiny seam like that, but not all of them have it. But you know, once you put a wrap on it, it's not even noticeable. So these are refillable. I'll have a link to the refills that I use on Amazon. And then the cool thing is you can refill them with either gel or ballpoint. Is that what they're called? Yeah. These are ballpoint. So for all those people who don't like the gels, these are for you. So these do have more pieces than the Inkjoy pens, which kind of sucks if you're doing a million and you're trying to keep track of it. But I'll take one apart real fast and show you guys how it's done. So this part unscrews, pretty self-explanatory. And then this is the refill. And so just like the Inkjoys, the refills won't come with the spring, so you'll have to remember to keep that. But these kind of like stay together sometimes. So you got those two pieces, and then this you have to unscrew. It doesn't just fall out like the Inkjoys. So this unscrews, and then you'll have this plastic piece that comes out, and then the top, you gotta kind of bang it, there's another little spring. So more pieces to keep track of, which is kind of a pain. And then, okay, that doesn't come out. Okay, cool. So you don't have to pay attention to that. So it looks like this. Now, I think if you really, 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 really wanted to, this top piece slides off, but I think you might ruin it if you even attempt it. So just don't even worry about it. You can epoxy over it, and then that way your water slide is sealed anyway. So this is, sorry, this is entirely straight. There's no taper at all. It's totally straight, so you don't have to worry about your water slide kind of bending or not being able to go all the way like you do with the Inkjoys. So I have printed a bunch of designs. They're all from the shop. Some of them are new that I just made, and others you'll recognize if you're familiar with them. Actually, I think this is the only one I'm doing that I've done before. All these other ones are new, and I was kind of doing like a summer theme. And the size I'm using for these pens that I measured is 1.2 inches wide by 4.3 inches long. So hopefully that's right. I'm gonna test it right now. And you know, I have all of these, so hopefully that's right. Otherwise these are all wasted, but I think it's good. So I have one that's already prepped. This is I'm pretty sure it's called a Clip Chuck from Truly Divinal. I'll correct myself if that's wrong and that's from a different company, but this is their little kit. I bought like a million of them, and so it's a wooden dowel, and it has silicone on it so that it doesn't stick with the epoxy. And then I bought these little caps. They come in like a baggie. I bought these from a different company on Amazon. I mean, Etsy. I'll link those too. But you just stick that in the top, and that way you can epoxy like right over this, and you don't have to worry about epoxy getting in your pen at all and ruining the threads and you not being able to click it. So this company has a pen attachment that goes on a PVC pipe, so you can spend, I don't know, a bunch at a time. I think they have different ones. So I haven't done anything with this. I'm not going to sand it because then the glitter would be dull under the epoxy. I'm trying to see if you can see the shimmer at all. This has like a gold, pink, greenish shimmer. So do with that information what you want. I don't know. Okay. Which one should we try first? I don't know. Decisions. Let's do the tropical one first, the Monsteras. So I have my little dirty plate filled with water. I'm just going to soak it for a second. Sorry if you hear my little daughter in the background. She's crazy. So just letting it soak. Get the pen a little wet. Gonna move these so I don't drip water on them. Alright, and now here's the moment of truth. Will this fit? Come on, slide up. So my water slides are all printed with my laser jet, so I can like manhandle the crap out of them. See how it's getting all folded? And normally if you use the, oh my god, what's it called? The other one, the inkjet, it would like tear. At least in my experience, but yeah, but you can like work it with these. So there's a tiny bit of a seam, but let me mess with it. Actually, no, there's no seam. What? Get out? Get outside? So this one got kind of messed up and folded, but if it didn't fold, then the seam would match up perfectly. And you can kind of stretch your stuff a little bit if it isn't quite meeting. Yeah, like see this gut. Let me see if I can fix it. Why are you hitting me? You're giving me a whooping? Why? Do you see what I deal with, you guys? You giving me a whooping because there's no crying outside? I don't know where she gets this. She's never been whooped in her life. Okay, so like what I'm doing, it got really wrinkly, so I'm putting it back in the water to get rid of those wrinkles because it keeps folding on the edge. Okay, let me see if I can help myself by putting it back on the paper, and we'll try again. And if not, then I'll grab another one. But I think so far I went with the right measurement. Okay, so you slide it. There. There. Okay. Don't be afraid to work with it. Don't be afraid to show it who's boss. So you just kind of squeeze it and it gets the water out, and then it gives you your seam. Your seamless seam. So then you can get them to touch. And just gotta work with it a little bit. Hope it's not just like blurry the whole time. It's hard to see. It's hard to see what you're seeing. Okay, so I'm gonna take the cap off. So I've got it where I want it, kind of. Let me try that again. I don't know why I grabbed this thing. I actually don't use it for pens. I just use a towel. But you can use it. It's there, just to show that it exists. Okay. Can you see that? The teeny, teeny, tiniest of seams. You can just kind of keep squeezing it. It kind of shrinks as it dries a little, so you gotta play with it for a little bit. But, like, literally no one in the world is gonna care about that seam. No one. So once I have it, I get a towel and then I just kind of like pull to dry it off more. Get rid of all that water. And then the seam came back, so I'm just kind of pinching it a little bit. And oops. There's a tiny bit of overhang right there, but we won't worry about that. After you epoxy, you can trim it off as needed. Kind of lift it right there. And just kind of like tuck it under. You can try to use an X-Acto knife to cut it before you epoxy, but you kind of run a greater risk of ruining the whole water slide. So, this is the first one. I think that came out super cute. And the glitter is subtle but there, and I think it will come out a little bit more after your first layer of epoxy. So that's one that is ready for epoxy. Yay! I'll do a few more. Just to see what they do. Okay, which one is next? I'm kind of excited about this one, so I'll try that one. Hopefully it behaves better. Oh yeah, God, don't ignore. No, please ignore my manicure. I let my daughter paint my nails, and she only did one hand, so yeah. And I have paint on it, you know. You know what craft hands look like. Ah. You stay until you're ready. Okay, I don't think I measured this one right because it's way off, but I'm just gonna stretch it. You see that? It was magic. You just stretch it and then it's good. And I'm really not worried about it if there's a little bit of white that shows. You just want to make sure you're not stretching it too much because it can tear the design, especially if you're using inkjet and not laser jet. Oops. Boom, look at that. Now for this design, if you use designs that are like totally color, you're probably not going to see the glitter through it, but it's still worth it to have a fully prepped pen, and all you have to do is water slide and epoxy once, and then you're done. Boom. In my opinion, at least. I'm just kind of messing with it to get that seam a little more seamless, but you know, that's pretty dang good. And the even greater thing about having the pens already prepped is sometimes with the Inkjoys, that 1.5 by 4.75 doesn't work with everyone because it depends on your epoxy And it depends on how thick you're doing it. And so some people use different, have to use a different measurement. But this one should be the same for everything. Yeah, that came out super awesome. And I do, depending on how much you guys like these and how popular they are, I do want to get a gold set, because right now all I have is the rose gold accents, but I do want to get a gold. And then if it's really crazy, I'll get silver too, but I think gold and rose gold are probably the best ones to do. Okay, and we have this one. I'll do one more, and then I'll epoxy them and show you guys the finished result. Now if you do UV resin for your pens, oh my god, you can do these so fast. I don't know where my UV resin is, but I do have the my pens. I have the fast set epoxy, so that's, you know, pretty close. They're done in like an hour in this Vegas heat. Okay. And I know maybe some of you are like, you don't have to prep it or sand it at all. No, because these aren't tumblers. They're not going to be roughed up the way a tumbler would. So I don't really see it being a problem with just epoxying over this, with it not having anything to grip to. But, you know, I'll test it out and see. You might have to sand a little bit, but I don't think there's any problems. Because even if you do drop a pen, it's not the same as dropping a tumbler. You're not going to break it. You're not going to crack it. Probably. Hopefully. Okay. I'm going to do all of these. I'm just not going to film myself doing all of these because I don't think you guys want to see me do that. But maybe. Should I do the pineapple one? I'll do the pineapple one because that way we can see the glitter through it, because the other ones you haven't really been able to see it as well. And these are all clear Waterslide, obviously. Although you can do it on white Waterslide. White Waterslide's the devil though, so I don't recommend it. I'm gonna have to double check that leopard one of why it was so much shorter. Ah! Double check my schematics. This one's really sticking to the pen. And all of these wraps are in my shop. They're on the website. They're on Etsy. Okay, I got like kind of a gust of wind that happened and it pushed it. So let's try this again. This one's gonna be really cute though. Oof, if I didn't just totally mess it up. You better quit calling me bro. So disrespectful. She calls me and her dad by our first names. She hears us use that, so I get it. But I tell her, Harper, you're the only one special enough to get to call me Mommy. Is this so pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's for mine. It's for my pens. It's for my pens.
These are your pens?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't realize I was making you pens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know me, pen. This is your pen.
Hey, quit wiggling me. No, no, no. Get your little hands out of here. Give me that. Well, Harper, give me that. She took the ice cream one, you guys. Oh, yep, now she put it in water. This one's got a little more of a seam to work with. Harper, can I have that? No. Oh my gosh. Please let me know that I'm not the only person suffering with a sassy daughter. Hey, did you just leave it in there? I think she's trying to find her own pen to put it on. So I'm outside and it's like, oh, of course she broke it. Well, I did have a temperature thing, but she got it wet. So I think it's like 100 degrees out here right now, or like 98 or something. So these water slides are drying really fast, so that's why I'm not even having to use the towel, because I can feel that it's dry. Okay, again, like I'm not super worried if there's a little bit of a seam right there. So maybe instead of 1.2, do 1.25. I was gonna test that size too, and then I didn't print any off, just so you don't have to do any stretching. Come on, focus. This one came out so cute. I love these little gold pineapples. See, this one would be cute with a gold pen. Still cute with the rose gold though. Okay, let me go see if I can rescue the ice cream one real fast. Let me pause you. Okay, she just had it on the floor. We're good. Although I don't know what she's doing now, but whatever. Oops.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper sycamore tree. Dream a little dream night breezes seem to whisper dream a little dream night breezes seem to whisper
Suggestion that Saturday night, sensational double thrill stock car spectacular at 7:30 at noon.
Okay, it's been like 3 hours, I think, and all the pens I did are dry. I even went ahead and did more, well, that's not where you are, more wraps, but I haven't epoxied these ones yet, so I still need to do that. But these are dry, so I'm gonna assemble them And I went ahead and went all the way up over this part with the epoxy. And this one I had some water slide over it, so that's why it looks kind of funky. So just cut your water slide before, or we could take an X-Acto knife. Do I have one out here? Hold on. Okay, you probably want a fresh X-Acto knife for this. This is not one. So we'll see how it goes. That's working alright. And is it just me, or do you guys hate watching other people use X-Acto knives? I can't handle it. I'm just like, they're gonna cut themselves. They never do, but I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And my epoxy is still kind of soft since it's the quick, whoa, almost did it, since it's the quick stuff, you know? So it's kind of easier to like peel it off than if you let it cure, you know, and let it get hard. It'll be a little harder to take off. Okay, yeah, that looks. Why do I keep thinking you're on the other side? So that looks fine. So now I'll take it off. And I don't know if I have to even clean this up at all. It might just work without it. We'll see. We're gonna put it together. So, putting it back together, you need your little plastic guy, and the threads go to the bottom, or to the top. The threads go that way. So you pop that in, you get your ink with the spring in, you get any dog hairs out of there, you push it down and screw it in. And then you get your little spring, put it in there, and your clicker guy, and boom. Those silicone thingies work super awesome for having a clean pen. So this is the finished pen. Cute little starfish pen. Now I'm gonna make 80,000 of these pens because they were so easy. This one got kind of a lip. Oh, and these two, this one and this one, I ended up doing the hang method. I didn't even spin them because I ran out of spots on my little pen holder. And because you only need as much epoxy to cover the water slide. Man, I'm really brain farting right now. You're able to do the hang dry and still just do one coat. So, plastic guy, ink with tip, little spring, and clicker. Come on. There we go. And adorable little ice cream pen. Come on, focus. Oops. There's like some random little glitters in there, but that's fine. And I did mix a tiny, tiny bit of glitter in my epoxy just to give it a little extra shimmer on top, but that's totally optional. You don't have to do that. I'm super excited about this one. This one is so cute. I did end up getting some little black things in there though, but that's fine with me. These are just for me, just to test them out. This one kind of got crazy on the bottom. Excuse the dogs. Okay, plastic guy. Last one that I epoxied. Cute little monsteras. And this is the end result. Super cute. And super fast. And super addictive. Addicting? Addictive? Addictive? I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little tutorial. Hope you pick up some of your own pens to play with, because seriously, that was so easy. And, you know, give me a thumbs up if you liked them. And if you guys are ready to see more colors, like a gold or a silver, or I can get them in gel also. They'll be a little bit more expensive with the gel. Not too much more, but it'll be a little bit more expensive with gel, so I can do that too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.